here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Here comes the Sun Woman.
Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in this month for your new moon in Scorpio readings, your SunCasts for the month of November. Now this new moon in Scorpio and Halloween, happy Halloween to those of you who dress up and celebrate, or Samhain. This is a period of time when the new moon is in this passionate sign of Scorpio, and being in Scorpio, it's going to bring us closer to our deepest desires as it coincides with this Celtic celebration. Now, the festival of Samhain really marks the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. So it's believed that it's a time when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. And this veil, dispersion allows spirits to travel from one dimension to the next. So whatever you believe in or whatever you celebrate, know that this new moon in Scorpio is going to speak to your spirit, to your soul at its very deepest level. We have the opportunity to look beyond the veils in our lives that separate us from truth and clarity in our lives. So something's being born in this dark night of our souls. The new moon is always an indicator of new beginnings in whatever area it falls in our charts. So, you can be looking forward to a new love, or a renewed love or soul connection, perhaps a new way of life that's going to be starting, or a new understanding of some situation in your life. But know that, you need to use this Scorpio moon with its laser-like perception that Scorpio brings to it to really find that magic in your life and to look beyond those veils and to see deeper into the mysteries of your life and be able to clarify what's going on and clarify your own desires. Again, Scorpio is a passionate sign, so there could be very passionate connections with another person or dedication to some situation in your life. The moon is trine Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces. So talk about magic. Neptune is our spiritual self, and with that moon trine Neptune in Pisces, we really have the ability to manifest our deepest desires, our wishes and our dreams and our fantasies. Okay, so fantasy life is going to be very important during this period as well. Venus is in Sagittarius conjunct Saturn. So Venus is the planet of love. Saturn is the planet of foundations and things that are deeply rooted and strongly built. So follow your heart. It's really going to take you where you need to go. You may have to put in the work. You may have to overcome obstacles, but whatever you commit yourself to 100% with love and desire and passion, you are going to be able to see that thing come to fruition. So don't be put off by whatever obstacles or restrictions are in your way. You have the power of manifestation on so many levels right now. So let's take advantage of that. All right, so this is these are going to be your readings for each of the individual 12 signs. This month, in honor of Halloween, I'm going to be using the Lady Black Cat Tarot deck, as well as the Sacred Journey Oracle deck. So let's go ahead with the individual 12 signs. Thank you again to my subscribers. Thank you for your loyalty to the channel. Thank you for our new subscribers. I appreciate you tuning in. And as always, if you like a private and personal reading, you can contact me at my website. Remember, these are just general readings, and I'll be happy to do a private reading for you to gain even further clarity into whatever your personal situation is. Thank you so much, and let's go on to the individual signs. Hello Aquarius, this new moon in Scorpio is falling in your 10th house. The 10th house is the house of our career, our professional ambitions. It is the house of renown, the house of public acclaim. The 10th house often rules our parents. For me, the 10th house is our father's influence in our lives. In general, the 10th house has to do with the way that the world sees you and your public image. It's the house at the very top of our astrological charts. So, when there's a lot of activity in your 10th house, there's the potential of you becoming recognized for something, some public success. With the new moon in Scorpio in your 10th house, there could be some very passionate involvement with a work project or a work situation. You could be using, skills of perception and investigation to assess and to look deeply into something related to your professional goals, or even your, what you do for a living. The 10th house, again, has to do with our public image. So with Scorpio there, you could be being seen as someone who is very shrewd, very astute, who has excellent powers of analysis. The 10th house also rules the people that we work with. So, this would be managers, owners, bosses, directors, people who would be over us in our profession. There may be a passionate connection to someone that you work for or that you work under. Make sure that if this is a professional situation, that you know what the parameters, rules, regulations are in your company or in your work environment for getting involved with people that you work for, because it's very possible that this is not really a relationship that will stay under wraps. The world is going to know about this, so make sure it is one that you want the world to know about. So, in general, let's go ahead and see what the messages are for Aquarius for this new moon in Scorpio in your 10th house. Some of you could be gaining a great deal of public success and recognition, as I said, for what you're doing in your profession. You could have climbed the ladder of success, and now you are in a position of power and influence. And some of you could be regenerating your career, because Scorpio is that sign of regeneration. Let's see what the messages are for Aquarius for this new moon in Scorpio. What are the messages for Aquarius for the new moon in Scorpio, Aquarius? Okay. We have the King of Swords, the Hanged One or the Hanged Man, the Six of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Eight of Swords. Okay? And at the base of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. Alright, very interesting here. Alright, so we've really definitely got a mix. We've got two Swords cards, we have Cups, Pentacles, and we have two major arcana. So I do feel like there is something going on. The King of Swords is coming up here, and that is definitely you, okay? For me, the court cards are not gender specific. In a general reading, the Swords court cards represent air signs of Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So for you, Aquarius, this is that king representing you coming up in the reading. And, the qualities of the King of Swords is someone who is extremely capable, okay? Anytime the Swords court cards come up, that person is someone who is extremely intelligent, an excellent communicator, someone who has a very logical and rational mind, someone who learns very quickly, who has a very strong sense of analysis, also someone who has a strong sense of fairness, okay, who is able to weigh and balance situations to make very astute judgments in that situation. So exactly what I was saying to you about the way that you are potentially being regarded by the people that you work for or under, those in higher positions than you, if you are a working Aquarian. Now, the Hangman is here, and I do feel like you are in kind of a, you've been doing a lot of hard work. You've been working hard. You have been putting your nose to the grindstone. You've been making some good decisions, learning something, perhaps some new area in your professional life, a new job. The hanged one, or the hanged man here, represents a situation where you kind of have to go with the flow. You kind of have to not worry about having control over a situation, because you really don't, what's taking place here in your life is not necessarily in your hands right now. You kind of have to go by the rules or the regulations that are being set up for you or around you in this situation. You're being required to withhold your judgment for a moment, to kind of stick to what you're doing, hang out there, stay there, and allow some time to accrue or some time to pass before you pass judgment on a situation. I do feel that you are in a perhaps in a work environment where you are going to be dedicating a lot of time and energy to what you're doing. And there is the potential for a lot of benevolence here, I feel, from those that you are working with. So I do see you gaining favor, being looked upon favorably. I do see people giving of themselves generously, of their time, their energies, their advice, and a great deal of graciousness here in the work environment that you may be in right now. Now, some of you may be gaining some monies, perhaps grants or some funding, perhaps a loan coming through for you. Definitely there is the indication of you benefiting on a financial level from whatever situation. So I think, the vibe I'm getting here is that you may be involved in something where, kind of the jury is out right now. You're trying to decide if this is for you, if you want to stay, if you want to, if you're comfortable where you are. And, the indication is here, when major arcana come up, it's kind of, the fates are involved here. So you're being guided to, wait and see. Take a wait and see approach. Take a wait and see attitude. I feel that you really are going to have something to celebrate here in November. The Three of Cups is here. And, when the Three of Cups comes up, there is an indication that you may be celebrating. You may be receiving some really good praise, some positive reinforcement, positive messages, positive energy coming through to you that you have, to be grateful, to be thankful about. I feel like people are talking about you, and the number 3 here is coming up for me. There may be 3 people that are talking about you, 3 people talking about the good work that you're doing. There may be an emotional connection here where you have connected with the people around you, not just in the work that you're doing or in your professional talents and skills, but also there is an emotional component here where you are being seen as being invested on an emotional level into the work that you're doing. So this is a very good thing for you, and I think there is going to be a lot of reciprocal energy here between you investing yourself and you getting good feedback. People wanting to help you, people wanting to be of assistance to you, people wanting to be gracious and give of themselves to you. And towards the middle to moving toward the end of the month, I do, I see the Magician here, and the Magician is also an excellent card representing power, skill, prowess, success. You really being seen as a person who is extremely capable of getting the job done, doing a great job, using all of the tools that you have. The Magician has at his or her disposal, the swords of justice, the sword of rational thought and logical, mental energy, mental, focus. You have the cups there, which is emotional connection to what you're involved in. You have the pentacle, which is creating foundations and even gaining financially from, your skills and your talents. And you have wands, which allow you to put that fire and that energy into whatever you're doing and doing it passionately. So the Magician here says stick to what you are doing because you're going to be good at it. The Magician is good at whatever he or she is doing and has the power. That's the wizard, that's the Magician. That's the Magi. That is the person who has the ability to pull from all the elements and manifest, what it is that you want to achieve. To take an idea and develop that idea into a physical reality. Keep in mind that anything that has ever been created has only begun as an idea, whether it's a skyscraper or whether it is a work of art. Or a symphony, or whatever it is, it initially began as a spark of creativity, an idea, and then someone put in the time, energy to build, to give it life, to give it wings. Something that you're doing or that you're involved in has wings and it's going to fly. Look at the doves here that are flying out of the Magician's hat. You also have this symbol here, which is the symbol of eternity. And so, you have the ability to manifest something that may go on for a long time, that may have very strong foundations, Aquarius, okay? And I remember in some of the readings for the last few months, there's definitely been, the energy behind you moving you into a new area of your life, and you really gaining mastery in that area. So this message is carrying through to November. Now, at the end of the reading here, we have the Eight of Swords. And I feel like, the Eight of Swords for me is something that, has the ability to move you out of whatever has been restricting you in your life, Aquarius, okay? So you have all of this positive energy moving you forward, all of this momentum, all of your talents and your abilities moving you forward into the public eye perhaps, or being seen as this master of your fate. And yet there is still something or some structure or some energy or someone or something in your life that is still holding on to you, that still has you bound and feeling a sense of restriction or limitation. You need to determine what that is, Aquarius, and work on freeing yourself from that situation, okay? Or from those ties, or from that that obstacle that may still be holding you back. Because keep in mind, you are only truly being held back by what your inner fears or your inner limitations are giving you or showing you or holding you. You are, that Eight of Swords is in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. You have a person who is standing, maybe bound or blindfolded, surrounded by 8 swords, but there is nothing between those swords, okay? They're not connected. Those swords represent our fears, our unsubstantiated fears that are holding us back. At any moment, that person can rip off that blindfold and walk forward through those swords and free themselves from that circle of restriction, that circle of obstacles. So keep that in mind this month, Aquarius, as you are gaining in your skills and your success and the way that the world is viewing you. Whatever is the residue that may be holding you back, you want to make sure that you are taking off the blindfold, seeing your life clearly, and stepping out of, leaving those things behind that are still holding you back from really achieving your dreams and arriving to your true destiny. Okay? Now let's go ahead and pull a card from the Oracle deck for you, Aquarius, to see what your Oracle message is for this month. What is it that you need to focus on that will assist you during this new moon cycle in Scorpio? What is it that you need to get as your final message here? What is the message for Aquarius? Message for Aquarius for the new moon cycle in Scorpio. All right, so this is the mandala for initiate. Initiate is your oracle card for this month. I want you to take a look at that mandala, that image, and I want you to concentrate on that for a moment, Aquarius. Okay, see that clearly, focus on it. And you may need to replay this video in order to do that and maybe freeze frame. But after you have, taken this vision into your mind, I want you to close your eyes and try to see this mandala in your mind's eye with your eyes closed. And I want you to try and hold on to this image during this month and refer back to this. The message here for you is initiate. And it says start right now with small action steps. Over time, you'll see how far you can go. Now this is beautiful because I really feel that this speaks directly to whatever this Eight of Swords is here for you. That you may need to even just take baby steps to now, take all of this positive energy that is going to be flowing through for you. People wanting to support you, good news coming through, great conversations going on about how capable you are. You making right decisions and you being perhaps rewarded for it on a financial level, or just with people wanting to assist you and help you, and you being able to, wield all of those elements to manifest and to create a job well done. Initiate whatever steps you need to take now to free yourself from whatever this restrictive situation is, Aquarius. Small action steps, and over time those steps will gain momentum and you will see how far you can go to release yourself from anything that may be lingering, that may be holding you back. All right, Aquarius, so this is your message for the new moon cycle in Scorpio. I hope that this message has resonated for you. If you'd like a private reading, please contact me at my website. I'd be happy to do that for you. I'll see you mid-month for the full moon readings. And until then, I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.